Welcome to this inspiring spiritual talk on you got to feel it to heal it. And that goes into when we are in our normal mind, which is mind energy, which we've been raised with. All of us have been raised with that. We've been domesticated, programmed into a society where brain power and mind is all that we kind of need and have, right? So what happens through our lives is that we go through a lot of different kind of struggles and pains in our adjustment into our real world, our regular world. And when we are still children, we are very, very pure of heart. We're very, very in tune. And we are just in existence with nature, with love, with life itself. And as we, at some point when we are little, we might be told, you can't express your love that way. You can't be that way. Don't be too happy. Things are not going to work out the way you want. All of those feelings and thoughts that are projected onto you from your parents, from your siblings, from anyone around you, your friends, when you're being, maybe you're in a team sport and you're not doing as well as they think you should, or whatever it is. Maybe the boys didn't like you in school as much as you wanted to, or maybe you heard some sly, mean comment somewhere. All of that gets stored both in our supercomputer and in our emotional system as small traumas or large, big traumas. They can be either way, right? But they get stored in us and they get lodged usually in our sacral chakra and our root chakra, which is, the root chakra is all the way down by your tailbone, which is the connection to the universe or to Earth Mother, and your sense of stability and safety and sense of being all right in the world. Or not all right in the world, more like connected. And then you have your sacral chakra, which is your emotional self. It's the seat of the self. It's where when you get a little tarnished emotionally, that's where the blocks get stuck in our sacral chakra, which is just by our navel. It's in our stomach. So when that pain occurs, we start blocking that off. We start shutting it down in order to function. And through school years, we're always told what to do. We're always told that you do your homework, do this, do that, and then you're a good person. The thoughts we get, the message we get, is that we are good, whole people when we get a good grade in school, or when we are popular in school, then we are good, accepted people. And that creates a huge discord, a huge disconnect from our true nature, from who you were when you were that unadulterated natural child when you're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the world hits. And most of us experience a form of trauma when we're trying to fit into the world. And we get programmed into complete and utter, sorry about these noises, they're beautiful, hopefully not too loud. And when that discord appears, we have to find new ways to function in the world. And these new ways become mind energy. So when we are in school, for example, we learn that if we think the right way, we will be okay. And then we start pushing that down, this discord that's in our stomach, in our solar plexus, in our sacral chakra, and in our root chakra, that we start to push that away. We don't feel it. We try to not feel it. And if there's a sense of anxiety, if there's a sense of depression down there, we do what we can to push it away. And if we then learn that, for example, alcohol will take away that feeling, or if love from somebody, if physical love, if sexual love takes away that feeling and makes us feel that we are accepted and okay, suddenly we become addicted to whatever it is that's making us feel whole. And when we when we are on this path of healing, which most of us at some point or other in life will start to find, we'll start to be like aware that there's some kind of thing in our system. There's something not right. We should be happy, but we're not. We should feel content, but we don't. There's some sort of discontent. There's maybe an over-attachment to a partner, a lover. There might be an over-attachment to work, to feeling strong, feeling safe, to work out, to look good, to be attractive, so that all these likes roll in on social media. I believe many women will go through that, as in like, if they look at me like I'm sexy, then I feel sexy, and then I feel good. And that's, for many men, that's a similar situation, but we could have it at work. Maybe it's an accomplishment. Maybe it's a place of like, I feel like I'm safe and secure now, so I'm a good man. And we never ever go in and heal what's going on in our lower chakras, in our emotional system. So when we go through these healing processes, in my case, I found stillness and silence over 10 years ago. I found the absolute stillness. And it was a beautiful experience where my whole mind just shut down. Everything went quiet. Everything went into the here and now. But it turned out, in my case, and I believe this is the truth for many people, it turns out that our emotional blockages, call it baggage, call it trauma, call it whatever we want, whatever words we want to use that fits you, right? That still will pop up. It will still pop up. Even when your mind is silent. You can see it in how you live your life. I could see it in my attachment to lovers. I could see it in my attachment to finding love from someone outside of myself. And when we haven't healed that part, we're still kind of in a place of being victims for outer circumstances. And we're kind of in a place of not really healing our energetic body. We are on a path of healing our minds, but that's not all we are. We are also physical energy in our bodies. And when we start reaching into our sacral chakra, we can find whatever it is that's blocking us. So that's why this title today is, you got to feel it to heal it, meaning we got to sit with the discomfort. We got to sit with the sadness. We got to sit with the pain, with the rejection. We don't have to make a story around it. We don't have to pinpoint that it was exactly at that point when this person said or did that I started feeling this. I mean, that could happen. It could come up. There's nothing wrong in this journey of healing. But it could be that we get stuck in story. So when we are in this path of healing, we're going back deep into our chakra system, into heart, guiding our breath into the heart, into our solar plexus, into our sacral chakra, and into our root chakra. And we're starting to connect the root chakra into Earth Mother. We can envision ourselves growing roots into the earth. We can envision ourselves shooting lightning bolts into the earth. We can also start envisioning where that pain sits in our physical system. We can start to feel it. We can start to, there it is. Oh, there's a lump of sadness. And if I can sit with that, instead of making a story, poor me, or they were bad, sit with the feeling of discomfort that's inside of you and allow that to be. You can sit with it. And because the messages that are going to come up are going to be the old messages. Your messages in your mind are going to be the self-criticism, the not good enough feelings, the unworthiness, the feelings of I'm not good enough, right? That's mind story. That's mind story made up from the experiences we had in our lives. And as we are able to sit with the feeling instead of the thought, we can guide ourselves into a space of healing. Now, this healing may take time. It could happen right away, but it may also take a little bit of time. So sometimes we have to sit with the feelings of discomfort in order to feel better. And when we have that breakthrough, when your natural chakra system begins to align and begins to awaken, you can feel a joy in your sacral chakra. You can feel a connection in your root chakra. And you can feel an opening and a spinning happening in your solar plexus, which makes you heal energetically, which leads into physical and spiritual healing. So my dear friends, feel it to heal it. Sit with it until it lets go. And it's not about sitting with the thoughts of not being good enough, it's sitting with the feeling. And as you're sitting with that feeling, you begin to recognize and realize that it's going to move. But it may take a while. It may sit there for a little bit because it's been with us for a long time. It's been in our system for a long time. So, from me to you, sit with the feeling. Feel it to heal it. Go into it in meditation. And if you need to be sad, if you need to cry, if you need to feel it, it's okay. It's gonna pass. It's gonna feel like it'll never pass because it's such a big part of our programming. But I swear to you, when you can feel it, you can heal it. Before that, it's just what's causing all the distractions, all the addictive behaviors we all have. So I hope this was fairly clear to you. If you have any questions or thoughts, please write them in the commentary or email me at me@healingwithmarcus.com. And feel free to check out the website, Healing with Marcus. So, lots of love to everybody. Have a beautiful day. Namaste and aho.